Hello and welcome to F1 Livery Histories, the channel where we take a look back at the different paint jobs, racing trims and sponsor decals adopted by respective Formula 1 teams throughout the eras. Today we'll be surmising the livery history of one of the sport's minor teams, which emerged at the beginning of the 1980s. A team which grew from humble beginnings to become a competitive unit, capable of occasionally challenging the powerhouse teams, and through numerous sales would eventually morph into the current day Renault factory team. Toleman. The story of Toleman Motorsport winds all the way back to 1926, when the company was founded by Edward Toleman, initially functioning as a logistics partner of the Ford Motor Company. It wasn't until the 1970s when Toleman began its involvement in motorsport, first competing in British Formula Ford in 1977. In 1978 the team would make the step up to British Formula 2, and the following year progressed into European Formula 2, becoming Formula 2 champions in 1980, with its drivers Brian Hinton and Derek Warwick finishing first and second in the drivers' standings. Such success in the junior categories would give rise to Formula 1 aspirations for the Whitney-based outfit, and the team would make preparations for the transition into motorsport's top tier in season 1981. So begins our retrospective on the unabashed Toleman Formula 1 team. The Rory Byrne-designed Toleman TG181 came outfitted with Hart straight 4-powered turbocharged engines and made its competitive debut at the 1981 San Marino Grand Prix. Toleman would retain its core group of technical partners from its Formula 2 days, with BP and Pirelli supplying fuel and tyres respectively, whilst its championship-winning driver lineup of Brian Hinton and Derek Warwick would return for the team's maiden Grand Prix season. The team would race in the red, white and navy blue colour combination of titular sponsors, domestic appliances manufacturer Candy, which appeared on the car's wings, side pod and monocoque in cursive white text. Candy was joined by additional sponsors in the form of Italian transport company SAIMA, which was seen within the livery's central white panel, whilst British air conditioner manufacturers Diavia was also seen below the car's roll hoop. The following year the team would revise its TG181 chassis into the TG181B and later the TG181C before debuting the all-new TG183 chassis at Monza. Throughout the year Candy sponsorship would interchange with American powerboat company Cougar. Toleman would run without a major sponsor on its car for the last two rounds of the 1982 season. Candy would return in 1983, featuring prominently on an updated livery which shied away from the previously seen horizontal tricolour and employed a navy blue backdrop with red and white highlights. Alongside Candy came new sponsors in Italian sportswear brand Sergio Tacchini and German truck company Magrius, which secured space on the car's side pods, monocoque and front wing. Derek Warwick would earn the team its first points with a 4th place finish at Zandvoort driving the TG183B, a car noted for its double rear wing design. The following season Toleman would be joined by Segafredo Zanetti, which necessitated a greater presence of white on the livery, as the Italian coffee brand appeared on the sides of the monocoque and front wing. Italian brewers Campari were also seen on the car, along with American turbo technology company Holset, Italian truck company Iveco, and new fuel suppliers Agip. The 1984 French Grand Prix saw the team unveiling the now Michelin-shod TG184, which heralded further changes to the livery, settling on a primarily white and navy blue combination. Young Brazilian signing Ayrton Senna would pilot the new car to a near victory at the rain-affected Monaco Grand Prix, with Senna running in second position when the race was controversially stopped. This would be followed by further podiums for Senna in Germany and Portugal, which helped Toleman reach 7th place in the Constructors' Championship. Senna's car would run with an alternate livery at the Portuguese Grand Prix. The conclusion of the 1984 season would see the departure of the team's prodigy driver, along with the team's titular sponsorship agreement with Candy, as moving forward Toleman would link up with another prominent Italian company. Despite a successful 1984 campaign, Toleman would run into trouble heading into 1985. The team was unable to compete in the first 3 rounds of the season, having failed to negotiate a tyre contract. The team would eventually resurface in Monaco with the TG185, once again supplied by Pirelli. Behind the wheel of the new car, Teo Fabi gave Toleman its first and only pole position at the German Grand Prix. The team now raced with Italian clothing brand Benetton as its major sponsor, with the car coming dressed in an idiosyncratic livery, which featured a myriad of national flags from around the world scattered freely across the car's white paint job as part of Benetton's United Colours marketing ploy, whilst the car's rear wing was shaded black, once again displaying Benetton branding. Candy would remain with the team in a reduced capacity, promoting washing machine brand Zero Watt within a black panel on the car's side pods. Later in the season, the team would use the same section of the livery to promote musical supergroup USA for Africa and its famine relief campaign. The TG185 would prove to be the last Toleman-produced Formula 1 car, as during the 1985-86 off-season, the team was purchased outright by the Benetton Group and renamed Benetton Formula. And so the curtain fell on Toleman's relatively brief yet eventful tenure as a Formula 1 constructor, drawing an end to a team remembered for being the starting point for a series of great drivers and engineers alike.